All right, everybody in YouTube. Dave Camarillo, 2017 Nissan Frontier 4x4. Uh, Oil catch can. I put one in, installed it. Let me show you what it looks like. Reason why I did it was because there was a lot of dudes. I don't want to say a lot of guys, but there's several guys that I seen online that put in oil catch cans, and I just thought it was a good idea because when your oil gets pumped through the system, uh, the excess oil that doesn't get caught, it literally ends up on your air filter, and you can start to see it get all gummed up and gunky, and it makes a mess. So I thought it was a good idea to put in an oil catch can to catch all that excessive oil that really isn't going anywhere. The system isn't catching it. It doesn't mean that the system's failing or that it's a failure in itself. It's just that when it goes through the PCV valve and it's not getting caught and is getting recirculated, some of it does just not get caught. So the only other place it has to go would be an oil catch can. You can change them, like you unscrew the bottom and you can dump them out every 3 to 5,000 miles. You just have to stay on top of it. Once again, it's really not that hard. It's two hoses, one in, one out, and the inline goes to your PCV, and the outline goes to the PCV, and the inline goes to the side of the manifold, and that's where all the oil comes from. So let me show you really quick what it looks like. I just wanted to grab one. I did get mine off of Amazon. I think it was $40 total with shipping. So it was like $30, $31. And then to ship it to me, it was like $9. So $40 total. And let me show you what it looks like. So here you can see, that's what it is right there. That little red mechanism, little cup, smaller than a coffee mug really. It's about the size of a coffee mug, I guess you could say. But this is your AC hardline right here. And there's a bracket that the AC hardline mounts to. So there was a perfect spot to drill a hole. And I mounted it with the screws that were provided. And then I ran my two lines. So you will be able to see. Let me show you really quick. Here is one line. This line right here goes to your in, the one on top. This starts right here, and this one will go all the way, and it will connect with your in. And then the outline goes down. You can't see it, but it's behind. It's right next to the firewall, and that's your PCV valve. So that one's a bear. That one's a real bear to get to. You literally have to get a flashlight, look for it. But if you follow the hose, you will find it, obviously. It's really not that hard to get the hose off, but putting the new hose on, yeah, it was terrible. So I highly recommend you waiting until the engine is cool. What I did was I took a towel and I laid it down right here, a big towel. And then I laid on top, and I had to get one hand on one side and my other hand, my left hand on the left side, and just kind of felt for it, screwed it all together, and I got it to fit, got it to work. It works fine. Doesn't create any more performance. Doesn't do anything. There's no lights that are going to come on, anything like that. It is for your emissions, so it will help the emissions in your vehicle, which could possibly help you pass smog. If maybe you're not passing smog, maybe it could help you, but it's kind of doubtful. I'm just saying that because it is part of the emissions system. So an oil catch can, I hear that there's some that go for like $140. I don't know why anybody would want to buy that one. And then I hear there's some that are like $20. I got one that was $30. It's red alloy. It just looked cool. I got it just because I like the color red in it. And yeah, I just hooked it up, and I've had it on for 2-3 days. Seems to work fine. Engine's not overheating. It's not idling funny. It's not making any weird noises. It doesn't rattle, so you're not going to hear it. It does stay in the engine bay. You would probably think, hey, am I going to hear it rattle or vibrate or anything? I haven't heard it yet, and it's been 2-3 days. Haven't heard anything. So once again, oil catch can, something to think about. Maybe you want to do it. I would have liked to have made a video on it, but nah. It was that second line was a bear, and I have a gun, and good thing it wasn't loaded because I probably would have shot my truck and blamed it all on my truck, and it would have been terrible. But anyway, if it's not really a mod, and it's not really something that you need to do, but it's something to think about because it will help your emissions, and it catches all that excess oil that's just kind of floating around, and it will end up again on your air filter. And then, if your air filter isn't able to let the engine breathe properly and get all that cool air in there that it needs, well, then your engine is going to start hesitating, and it's going to start idling funny, and it's going to start running rough. So you're just helping the engine last longer. There are some people out there that say, nah, it doesn't do that. And then there's some people out there that say, yes, it does do that. I'm kind of one of those guys that it's preventative maintenance. So it's something to think about. If you got $40 and you got 2 hours, it took me about 2 hours to do this. So if you got 2 hours and $40, yeah, you might want to think about it. It's, again, preventative maintenance, and you won't have to keep buying air filters like every 3 to 4 months because you're wondering why there's so much oil on it. And, if you see that, you might be thinking, oh, I got an oil leak somewhere. No, it's just the emissions. So, oil catch can. Okay, have a good one. Later.